Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I wanted to go ahead and talk about Summer House, Martha's Vineyard. This is episode 2. I took a few notes. I'm trying to play catch up. Once we get to this week's episode, I'll try and go into more a detailed review. But right now, we're just trying to, hit the important parts. Are the stuff that I wrote down. Anyway, so Simon and Bria. Simon and Bria are still together. Bria has moved back to the United States. Her and Simon are still in a relationship. Girl, I said that. I don't know what that is. That's not even a long distance relationship. That's like because I think he lives in Germany. Girl, that's a lot. Well, I know people do. I know it's there. I know there are people out there who are in relationships with people who may not live in the same state. You know what I'm saying? Or country, girl. Maybe even continent. I guess I don't know, but I just like that's a lot. But they're still together. So shout out to Simon and Bria. Um, Summer thinks that Jasmine is pregnant. I think at this point again, Jasmine knew she was pregnant. I just think that she didn't want to tell them. Probably because one, she had probably just found out, so she wasn't probably that far along. Um, but Summer says that Jasmine breast. I think she said her breasts are hard. Girl, listen. 1 plus 1 equals baby gut. The girls know Jasmine pregnant. You done up to stop drinking. You know what I'm saying? She pregnant, girl. Okay. Um. Anyways, the boys. The boys talk. It is Amir. Who's in the room? Amir, Nick, and Alex. And you know, I'm not one of those people that believe that just because a person identifies as a woman that they don't have control over their emotions when they engage in sex with someone. I don't believe that. I know plenty of women who can have sex and girl going on about their business. Okay, it ain't that big of a deal, okay? However, I think that Summer, I knew it, didn't I tell y'all? The problem with Summer and Alex is not only did they already have a friendship prior to them deciding to do the naked tango, excuse me, they were hanging out. Listen to me, y'all. I'm a little older than some of y'all. Listen to me. It never works. It never works. If you are going to be friends with benefits, you really can't be friends. It really just has to be about hooking up, and that's it. I'm talking about, like I said in my last review, walk in, take your clothes off, do, girl, put your clothes on and go back home. Girl, you can't even take no you can't even wash off at the house. You just gotta go to your house smelling like sex, okay? Girl, because anything past that, it starts to get blurry. And so now you have Summer and Alex hanging out. She snuck a picture of him, and that kind of messed his head up, which I could kind of see. I could see how that could kind of have someone thinking like, if we're only supposed to be hooking up, then why are you taking a picture of me and then sending it to Jordan? I could see how that could kind of like mess with somebody's head. But also, here we go with Summer and Alex, right? There were friends prior to them hooking up. Now they are hooking up, and now they're hanging out. And as much as Summer wants to say that she didn't expect anything more out of Alex, I do believe that her feelings got caught up. And that's why she said at the table last week, I would expect more from someone when you've been inside of them. She thinks that because she has allowed Alex to enter inside of her body, that means that outside of the bedroom, there needs to be some type of commitment. And so if you are having a party, I would expect that you would invite me. When the fact of the matter is, y'all are only having sex. That's it. But No, I'll take that back. Y'all not only having sex, y'all having sex and y'all hanging out. And that's why it started to get sloppy. I'm telling y'all. Um, they have like a party, and I think Noelle was hosting the party, and it was pretty much come dressed as your favorite decade. Girl, I'm not gonna lie, I did giggle. When Amir said Jasmine was dressed how she always appears, like a 1950s housewife. Oh! Oh, poor Jasmine. I saw on the next episode she had like a breakdown. I think Jasmine is going through a lot. I think she's going through a lot because she's pregnant, and then her husband has been deployed, and I just think she's going through a lot. I do. Chenises, girl, they say Chenises can't dress. Chenises got mad. I don't know if Chenises can dress or not. I don't think I've really seen. I don't think I remember Chenise. All I'm gonna say is this: I was watching Watch What Happens Live. I just told the whole lie. I was watching Potomac, and you know how like they show the girl, they show the guest like walking out of the door onto the set, and it was Chenise and Bria. Both of them looked a mess, but I remember looking at Chenise like, "Girl, what you?" Well, I looked at both of them like, "Girl, what y'all got on?" Girl, Bria had on this bitty bitty bum bum dress. I said, "Girl, where's you going?" It was giving 1980s prom. And then Shanice had like on some slacks and like this sequin top. I just didn't like it. I didn't like it. I just didn't like it. So that was any indication of Shanice whether Shanice could dress or not. That proved Summer's point. Um, Shanice, girl, Shanice quit her job. Did y'all catch that tea? Shanice said that she was transferred by her job from, I forgot. I think she said Phoenix. Was it Phoenix to Tampa? And then when she got to Tampa, they let her go. But y'all hear her when she said this trip was already pre-planned. So what it sounds like to me is Shanice was working for the company. She had done the show. They had already said we're going to bring you back full time because last season I don't think Shanice was full time. But Chenises kicked up a lot of mess last season, so we knew she was coming back full time. So they offered Chenise a full time spot on the show. In the midst of them doing the work and all that, so the contract paper, all that good stuff, her job then transferred her to Tampa. And this is what I think. This is what I'm thinking happened. And then Chenise told them, I still have to go out of town. I have to go out of town, right? And they told her, well, no, because you're transferring, we need you to sit still for a few months because you're transferring to a new location. And Shanice said, no, I don't already had this time requested when I was at the old office. They said, okay. And now I'm getting over here and y'all trying to tell me I can't go. And Shanice chose Summer House. That's what I think. They just didn't let her go. Okay. Um, Amir and his girlfriend. So Amir sends his girlfriend. I think his girlfriend's name is Natalie. Amir sends Natalie a text. I understood exactly what Natalie was trying to say. Or no, what she did say. It was a random text. It said, "What do I eat now, babe?" Now, I could see basically Natalie got a little, you know, pissy, right? Because she was like, where did this random text come from? Like, it's so out of place. It has nothing to do with the conversation we're having at hand. I don't know how long, how much time had transpired by the time Amir decided to text Natalie back. I don't know if he had gotten in contact with her earlier that morning or earlier that day. I don't know. But all I know is they showed him sending her a text message that said, "What do I eat now, babe?" And she felt like, or were you trying to send it to somebody else? Because why would you just randomly text me that, and it has nothing to do with the conversation at hand. And then of course it was like, you sound really accusatory right now. Of course, because if she's saying and I believe her, that ain't got nothing to do with what we're talking about. Why would you just randomly text me, what do I eat now, babe? My stomach growling. What do I eat now, babe? Okay, whatever. Um, Jordan. So Jordan has alopecia. This is why this is another, when I tell you, we learn a lesson every day. This is another learning lesson for me. I'll just speak for me. Y'all know Jordan is my girl. We're gonna get into some mess in a little bit because y'all got my girl messed up. Okay, now Jordan ain't perfect and Jordan got her ways, but I just feel like y'all was really. I'm getting ahead of myself. I think Jordan is gorgeous. There's no even debating that. For me, it's not. But I will say, when I saw Jordan, I saw like photos of her in her green screen. I was like, girl, what in the wig is going on? Like you can look at some people, a lot of men and women wear wigs nowadays. I remember like when wigs were like when the girls and boys first started wearing wigs back in the day. Like, you could tell the girls had a little wig action going on because especially when the lace fronts hit, because everybody lace was going straight across like yeah. Girl, when the girls first started wearing wigs, everybody just looked real wiggy, right? the girls, we didn't know no better. I don't wear wigs, I'm just saying, but the people didn't know no better. They just put a wig on, right? People was getting into wigs. I feel like because I don't remember, maybe Jordan did wear wigs last season. I just don't remember. But I could definitely tell that when I was watching the show, I mean the pictures that I saw online, and even from the commercial, I was like, "Ooh, girl, Jordan, Jordan got a little wig action going on. That's giving me that 0203 wig action. Like I just started wearing wigs. I was like, what's going on, girl? And then come to find out, girl, she has alopecia. I also think one of the reasons why Jordan wigs probably look the way they look, very wiggy, is because Jordan may not be the type that's used to wearing wigs. I could be wrong on that. I don't know. Like I don't remember. I don't remember Jordan's hair looking like this wiggy last season. Um, but nonetheless, Jordan has alopecia, and her hair is so sad. Her hair is falling off, like it's gone, pretty much, like right here. And she said that it really got bad for her. She said she had a modeling gig, and they relaxed her hair. And ever since then, it's the problem has just worsened. Um, you know, I hope the best for Jordan. I know it's hard out there for anyone, but especially women, to have to go through their hair falling out. So shout out to Jordan. Oh, and she has a deal. That she got a deal with some company. So shout out to her. Um, oh, I want to say something about Cheniese. Cheniese says that she thinks that Summer is jealous of her because Shanice says that not she gets to pull, but Shanice says that she pulls men who are just not regular 9 to 5ers. They have status. Shanice, baby, I want to have a conversation with Shanice real fast. Shanice is young. I get it. And the older you get, the more you know. The more you know, the more you grow. Okay? When you know better, you do better. Shanice, baby, I'm going to need you to stop dealing with these men, and you're bragging about them having status. But at the same time, you're also complaining about, I don't want to make it seem like prostitution. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying that if you're going to be dealing with a man, and if you're going to be out here like, what are you doing, Chenises? Girl, you out here sending out nudes to random men, different men in your phone, just sending nudes. But then you also complaining about not having no money. Girl. But then you also bragging about talking to men who don't work 9 to 5s and they have status. I just don't understand. why Chenise is even complaining about money. You brag about the way you look. You brag about having access to these men that Summer doesn't have access to, right? They're not regular 9 to 5ers. They have status. But then you look up, you also sending just random men just nude pictures of you. Like, are you fucking these men? Like, I don't know. I would want to have. I would need to know what is Shanice doing with these men, girl. It's almost like you. It's literally in my head. It's like you messing with a guy who's rich, but you're also complaining about, girl, your bank account being low. It just wouldn't make sense to me. It wouldn't make sense to me for you to tell me that, girl, you're messing with a multimillionaire. I know those are not the words she used, but it wouldn't make sense to me you telling me that you're messing with a multimillionaire, but you also complaining about not having no money. Girl, how that even work? Girl, how that work? It doesn't make sense to me that Chenise is bragging about being connected to these men with status, but girl, you also talking about girl, but you up sending niggas nudes, girl. What are you doing? Um, Noelle, I like Noelle, but Noelle, Summer is right. Summer didn't owe Noelle any type of explanation or details about what happened between her and Alex. Noelle, I guess she wasn't paying attention because she was so busy, girl, smashing that crab and that lobster, that she didn't hear when Summer said she let it be known that her and Alex had been having sex. She didn't hear it. So now that she knows, Noelle finally knows that, oh, they had sex. It's kind of like, oh my God, why didn't anyone tell me? But the truth of the matter is, if you want to talk to this man who you know has some type of was involved on whatever level with this girl that you know, then I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I'm just gonna assume y'all fucked. I ain't even gotta ask y'all. I'm just gonna assume, even if my assumption is incorrect. I'm just gonna assume y'all did. Noelle wanted to get to know Alex, or I don't know if she wanted to get to know Alex. Alex wanted to, I don't know, but nonetheless, you wanted to get to know Alex or was thinking about it. Summer doesn't have to tell her anything because you already know that to whatever capacity I've dealt with this man. And if you choose to, after I said, okay, girl, go ahead, then you choose to. But don't be surprised when you find out we had sex and you're like, oh my God, why didn't nobody tell me? Girl, why would you want to even be involved with somebody who's already connected to a bitch that you know anyways? You know what I'm saying? For me, I would never go to a friend of or a friend or an associate or somebody that I just know that, you know what I'm saying? I guess it's the same thing. But and be like, do you mind if I talk to him? Like, what's the tea with you and him? Like, and then be like, why you didn't tell me y'all fucked? Like you wanted to talk to him. You knowing that we talk should have been enough for you to not even want to even get involved in this mess. I'm sorry, that's how I look at it. We're gonna go get more into detail with the next episode. Nick and his hands. Nick is handsy. I am telling y'all what I saw on my television screen. I saw the very first episode that Nick was a little loose with his hands, especially for Nick to have a girlfriend. Now, am I saying that Nick is a pervert? Absolutely not. Am I saying that Nick needs to be reprimanded? Absolutely not. Am I saying that Nick needs to go have a discussion with human resources at Bravo? Absolutely not. But what I am saying is the very first episode, I saw Nick's hand around Summer, and I was like, "Oh, that's a little cozy, girl." And then when they were in the kitchen taking the picture, He had his hand around Jordan's waist, and she moved his hand. I noticed that the very first episode. Okay. I was like, hmm. And then the second episode, he was on her, and Jordan was like, move. She said it. So now, not only do we have a verbal from Jordan, we've also had nonverbal cues too from Jordan. So now, Preston brings up to Nick that you get a little handsy because Jordan said, Nick be on my body. And someone said, girl, he be on mine too. Now, I saw people online. I felt that some of the comments online towards Jordan, especially Jordan, were so unfair because, one, not only did Jordan say it, Summer said it, Preston said it, Amir said it, and Alex said it. So you have 5 people who are saying the same thing. But the people that I saw getting the most hate and the most heat was Jordan 1, and Summer and Preston. And I couldn't understand why were those the only 3 that I felt were getting the most smoke. Because again, you have 5 people saying the same exact thing. And now you got me, 6. I think that with Nick having a girlfriend, it does take it to another level. Because let's just call a thing and just take out the fact that some of you may not like Jordan. If you walked into a room and you saw your man had his hand wrapped around a woman's waist like Nick had his wrapped around Jordan, you will be ready to go upside a bitch head and snatch your man up in the process. So we're not going to act like if that was your man and you saw your man doing the same thing and he's in a committed relationship, you probably more than likely would have an issue with it. Then 2, regardless if Nick is in a relationship or not, if somebody tells you that you're being too handsy, you're being too handsy, period. If I were to do this to Alex, Nick, Preston, Amir, whomever it is, gay or straight, and they told me, hey, man, you've been a little too handsy, y'all will understand what the fuck they trying to say. I'm not saying I'm going to HR, but I'm just saying, baby, just I don't like to be touched. Even if you feel as though you touching someone is not with any type of ill intent, you're not trying to be sneaky, trying to fill up on them. Some people are touchy people, and some people don't like to be touched. I think in this situation, I think that with Nick having a girlfriend, it does bring another layer into it. And also, again, even if Nick doesn't have a girlfriend, if Summer and Jordan say, don't touch me, then the solution is to not touch them. Full stop. That's it. That's really the end of the conversation.